So this girl, Audrey Cunningham, was found in the Trinity River. So let's decode it. First things first, Chrissy Cunningham comes up in my brain. If you don't watch Stranger Things, just go look at her, right? Yeah. So Chrissy Cunningham, Audrey Cunningham. So apparently her dad friend supposedly being charged with what happened to her. Remind me of like Eddie Munson being charged, but it was Vecna the whole time, which comes back to this Trinity. In the movie The Matrix, her name was Tiffany, like Breakfast at Tiffany's. Audrey Hepburn played in Breakfast at Tiffany's. She passed away January 20th, which is Epstein's birthday. Sophia Robot was powered February 14th, Valentine's Day. So, Epstein was one of the investors in the Sophia Robot, allegedly. Was the word allegedly? So, I think about blonde hair, blue eyes. I told you about this DNA that Christ consciousness tries to contact, right? So, when you're working with like robots and conscious things, they like to attach to the collective consciousness. Blue eyes and blonde hair links to Eve, dark skin, blue eyes with blonde hair. Red hair links to psychic energy, like Sadie Sink and Stranger Things when she's getting Vecna's trying to get to her. So think about Ghislaine Maxwell, who's in my dreams. Carrie Ann Moss, they look alike. Think about these two, Prince Andrew hanging out with the redhead. Think about her being in a picture with allegedly Ghislaine Maxwell. That is Dominique Ramsey. That blonde hair, blue-eyed energy. So her dad created a computer program called ASICS Graphics, and they like sold programs to Lockheed Martin, the military spiritual warfare. Gone wrong. So this little girl being found in the Trinity River, that would be like, those are some of the codes that I've seen. R.I.P. You know, thank you, universe, that when you pass away, you don't like it's bad, but when you pass, it's like, okay, you made it, like you on the other side. You know, a lot of times you have people walking you over. People who know codes could travel to her, especially family members who know codes, who know how astral happens. You go when people pass away, like you go and take them to the side, because when you pass away, sometimes they try to take you, even when you are trying to pass to future heaven on earth. So you try to travel to the future and try to hold your energy to ask you questions while you're passing away. Usually they use someone who's a little bit not in their right minds to do it. Or, you know what I mean? Because those people could collect the information and send it to Vecna, the Vecnas of the world. So when Carrie Ann Moss, you know, just when she's in Matrix, a lot of these movies, they'll have the villain playing, they'll have someone playing a character, and she's the hero, but she's the villain. So they switch it up in movies because the people that are downloading the movie, like channeling the scripts, sometimes they're channeling the bad guy who is masking themselves as a good guy. So, yeah. When these people be putting like those Elon Musk chips and connecting computers to AI, they're messing with your dreams. They're messing with our lives. That's why no one really went to jail. Because if everybody was on that island, Gilligan's Island was jail, you'd find out that these people are messing with your lives. So the way you could like help yourself in dreams and help yourself in real life not be part of this horrible, sad stories, which you still might be, but just like try to avoid it by like catching codes, numbers, numerology, birthdays, death dates, what's going on in spiritual realm, as well as artificial intelligence, as well as Gilligan's Islands, and what they were really doing there. So like I was watching a movie called The Boy. It's a scary movie. There's The Boy and The Boy Part 2. So a lot of interesting things in that movie. This was one of the news articles about one of the girls that passed away, or like was missing or something. So in The Boy Part 2, they had this guy. This was another news that I saw this week happening. This guy right here named Next Benedict, right? Transgender, they. I think she was born female and then transgendered to male. She was in the bathroom because they were in the bathroom because you have to use female bathroom. Anyways, they were getting bullied. And then the next day, they passed away. This was the guy in the boy movie. This is the movie The Boy 2 that I watched. I'm in the middle of watching The Boy 1. It was released February 21st of 2020. So this is happening around, the same time this stuff is happening. So movie's birthday is the release day. So this is the era we're in now. So because Miss Cunningham, cuteness right here, passed away around the same time as the little boy over in that school, next Benedict. They met each other in Astral, and the stories come up in the Boy 2 movie. So watch Stranger Things and The Boy Part 1 and 2 if you want to be astrally caught up. So many things to say, but this is just a little decode. The Boy 2 has something to do with Max Schreck. Schreck, Anton LaVey's daughter, Zena LaVey, married a guy, and last name is Shrek. So think Shrek, the movie Shrek with the green guy. So he played in like Bram Stoker's Dracula. Brahms is the name of the toy doll that the boy has, Brahm. So again, Anton LaVey, this is his portal. And his daughter is Zena Shrek, who her name is Zena LaVey before she got married. And she looked like Taylor Swift. Remember Ice Spice came out with Taylor Swift for the Super Bowl and that whole ritual with the Amityville Horror. So there's a lot of things going on. Amityville Horror, where the boy woke up in the middle of the night, took out his family, or just stayed up in the middle of the night, took out his family, Butch DeFeo. If you watch the Boy movie, that's pretty much what it's about. The Boy Part 2. So Chrissy Cunningham in Stranger Things is portrayed by Grace Van Dien, Dutch-American actress. Amityville Horror House was a Dutch colonial. The Dutch had the slavery trade, the West Indian slave trade, so a lot of ritualistic things there. And her birthday is October 15th. Like I said, Chrissy Cunningham reminded me of Audrey Cunningham. Stranger Things, Vecna, The Rainbow Room, Possessions. So when you think about Dutch, Scottish, Ireland, Netherlands, these energies, think about right here. If you watch the Boy 2 movie, they have the redhead little girl named Sophie in it. That's my name, Sophie. So, I was like, her name's Sophie. But the redhead energy. Think Mary Magdalene, 722 feast day. My birthday's 227, which my birthday's coming up. 227 backwards, okay? So again, my name's Sophie. She plays Sophie. So watch The Boy Part 2, this redhead energy. So it came out January 22nd, 2016, The Boy Part 2. I'm actually working on a birthday decode for January 22nd. So it's pretty cool that this came up. I'm like, holy crap, I'm right in the portal, January 22nd. This is the boy who plays the boy in the movie, January 15th birthday. January 15th is just like 115. Okay, 1015 is the same thing as 115, which is January 15th. The girl who plays Chrissy Cunningham, okay, like Audrey Cunningham, 115, is like the same thing as Christopher Convery, 115. Remember, Sadie Sink had the red hair and Vecna was trying to take her down, right? So you can see how the movies are capturing Audrey Cunningham and Mr. Benedict right here, okay? And R.I.P. to Next and Audrey. The movie came out January 22nd. As you can see from the birthday decode, January 22nd is Pope Benedict's passing away day. He passed away January 22nd. In the movie, this guy right here plays in it, and this is David Brahms, right, from the military, and this is Ralph from the movie. Look at their eyelids. See the dripping eyelids? Like, that's not a coincidence you cast the guy that looks like Brahms. Like, Brahms with the S, there's only a few people with that last name. It's either Abraham or Brahm. But Brahms, Bram Stoker's Dracula, like all these things linking. And then it goes with like a musician and music. It goes with St. Michael and Hamburg. So these are like different codes that go into the Boy 2 movie. The Epistle of Jude. And the Boy 2 movie, I believe his name is Jude. So we got Benedict, and then we have Jude. It's like all the codes are coding right now. Then you have Johannes Brahms. And we talked about another Johannes earlier in my other decode for January 22nd. This guy that I talked about in part 4 of the decode. And this guy right here, okay, Johann. And 2 other people in your January portal. You might looking them up. Ice Spice, January 1st. George Lutz, January 1st. Amityville Horror, possessions, puppets, and the boy movie. Definitely part of the January 22nd birthday decode.